Well, welcome back to Enter the Kitchen. Now you have joined me just in time. We're about to start making mushroom pesto chicken. So basically all you'll need for this little recipe is, of course, some chicken. You can use chicken breast or chicken legs, it's up to you. We'll need pesto, of course. Now the ingredients for pesto, including basil, also some garlic over here, some olive oil, of course, and mushrooms. Onions, this is for the chicken when we're going to be sauteing the chicken, some salt and cream, and that is it. Very simple. Now, first of all, I am going to show you how to make pesto from scratch. Now, you just need a few ingredients, a few simple ingredients: fresh basil, you've got your garlic, and you've got your olive oil. Now you could also add pine nuts if you so desire. Now we don't have pine nuts today, so we're going to forego the nuts and just make a very simple basic pesto. So first of all, I'm going to just sort of finely chop up the basil into littler pieces. You can chop this very coarsely because soon we're going to be blending the basil and the garlic, of course. So this we're going to put in our bowl over here. We've got our garlic as well. We're going to crush maybe about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say about 8 cloves of garlic. So I often use the back of a knife to crush the garlic. Okay, so we've got our crushed garlic. And now, of course, the last ingredient, olive oil, which we're going to just drizzle over here. So all of this ingredient we want to just blend into a very fine sort of paste. So we've got our handy hand blender. Okay, so once your pesto is completely blended, it'll look a little something like this. And what I'm going to start by doing is actually marinating our chicken in the pesto, just a little bit of pesto. And if you can, pork. Now, if you can, I would say poke a few holes in the chicken to really help the flavor seep into the meat. So we've cut up our onions. In the meantime, let's heat our olive oil over here on the pan. Wait for it to warm up a little bit. And we've got mushrooms on the side that we're going to cut up into quarters. This, of course, is to accompany the chicken. And last but not least, my favorite ingredients, we need a little bit of garlic, again to sort of saute in the olive oil. Let's say 3 cloves is more than enough. Cut them up real fine. Now I can smell that our olive oil is heating up, so we're going to start with the garlic and the onions sauteed in the olive oil. A little bit of garlic, put in our onions. You ready for it? You ready for the sizzle? There it is. There it is. My favorite sound in the whole wide world. We'll wait till they brown slightly before we introduce the chicken. Now our chicken over here has been marinating for a little while in the pesto. So what we can hope is that it has really absorbed the flavor of the pesto. Now, this is exciting. We are ready for our chicken, which we're just gonna add right over here on the pan. Now with chicken, what you want to do is cook on a very high flame for just a few minutes. Now that ensures that the chicken is cooked and also retains its moisture. You don't want to cook it too long because it tends to dry out pretty fast. So we've got our chicken getting in there with all the onions. Gonna add a little more olive oil and a little more pesto as well. And so while our chicken is cooking now, we're adding the mushrooms because mushrooms tend to release a little bit of moisture. So this will be good while the chicken is cooking. And on the side, I've got a little bit of cream, which I'm going to add to the remaining pesto. This is, of course, for a pesto cream sauce. Not too much, just to add a little bit of moisture to the chicken. And add that to our concoction. At this point, we're going to reduce the heat a little bit. We're going to do a little taste. Okay, we're going to do a little taste test. Our seasoning's all okay. Well, it looks like we are just about done. Of course, depending on how much of a sauce you really want, you can add more or less cream. I tend to not like too much sauce. I just like a little bit on the side. Chicken is done, and smells very good, I gotta say. Gonna add a couple of the mushrooms over there. As you see, the chicken breast has turned a nice golden brown, and the inside will be moist and juicy. And of course, we've got a nice rich pesto cream sauce. So there you go. Voila, we've got pesto mushroom chicken. Well, I do have one more dish coming up in just a few minutes, so stay tuned.